Is this?
Doesn't come from a love for people. It shows.
This reminds me a few years ago of how white male leftists on TikTok would come on here to debate with white male conservatives. And though so many of us praised their content, I think they're actually a perfect example of what this creator is talking about. If you look closely at the origins of their perspective and the vibe of their community,
This is 42,000 likes. What the fuck?
it ironically mimics the alt-right pipeline. For so many white male conservatives, their journey to the alt-right started with content like that. Feminist gets owned, feminist theory gets destroyed. Content around
I can't F11 this. I don't know why. It just like won't do it.
dominance of political ideology rather than social issues that ideology is actually based off of. And these white male leftists had a very similar vibe.
What is it?
Journey to the alt-right started with content like that. Feminist gets owned, feminist theory gets destroyed. Content around dominance of political ideology rather than social issues that ideology is actually based off of.
True, but that's a good thing that some people are adopting that, I think, maybe. I don't know. I think I get like I think I get looped into like the debate lord stuff because, you know, I've done a couple. But you know, I'm very much against that. But it's just like regular
and these
confusion.
white male leftists had a very similar vibe. It felt like these leftist creators were just using these debates as a grudge match, an excuse to destroy or own their conservative opponent.
Like, I agree with everything she's saying. I think that that is precisely what the concept of debate is. I don't have an issue with what she's saying. I guess the only thing I would say is that like saying that I'm a part of that group is incorrect, but I saw this TikTok. I think they missed the part where the pipeline starts at regular normie content and not feminist owns videos. Yeah, FD Signifier also accidentally looped me in when he thought I was a debate bro and didn't understand you were your content, but like, you know, we clarified it and he knows, like, I don't know.
Their leftist ideology was never born of a love for people. It was born out of vain self-interest to flaunt their intellectual superiority and
Dude, I 100% agree with this. If you're, I've this is like a verbatim Hasanabi speech almost. You guys are being angry, but like, and even if she turns around and says like, and Hasan does this like all the time or whatever, I don't even personally care because they just didn't understand what I was talking about or what I have said. I've said these exact same words about debate culture where it turns into, it's a matter of spectacle. Hasan, I've been trying to take credit. I can't. Wait, what? I mean, there's, you know, you can find videos of me, right? From like a very long time ago saying exactly these same words. Like, it's not like everything I say is on the internet. Debate is blood sports. It can have an educational purpose, but ultimately it's about ritualistically humiliating your opponent. It's pseudo-intellectual wrestling. And basically, I agree with everything she just said. And if your entire worldview revolves around like constantly, like if your entire ideology is developed around constantly fucking watching debates and stuff, then you don't actually care about the underlying empathetic reasons as to why you would champion leftist causes or why you would believe in leftist causes. And you would instead only care about winning and defeating other people in debates. And that creates a really toxic environment, which is something I completely agree with because there is no underpinning. There's no leftist underpinning. There is no underlying like genuine interest in doing the right thing or advocating for the right causes.
prove that their political ideology was more dominant than a conservative one. The
Yeah.
damning thing is when a lot of black and brown creators, some leftists and some who just wanted to call out their lack of intersectional theories or the tokenization of black and brown people's experiences, women's experiences that they would be talking about in their debates, these white leftists leaned into their sense of elitism and tried to say that those perspectives were invalid because they were not academically insightful enough. They argue that these creators had no room to criticize them because they didn't study or understand the academically codified leftist theories like they did. The thing is, you don't need to understand a theory for your perspective to be valid, especially...
I don't know why. I don't know why they said, Hasan Piker, please stand up. Like, I guess maybe because like I'm like a popular leftist figure, so it's easier to just like use me as a vector for this. But I think she's not talking about me. It's like it's very, what she's talking about isn't even wrong, and I do agree with that. But I do also regularly. I mean, I put down people that say. I put down people that have opposing viewpoints to me, regardless of what their background is, regardless of what their creed is. There's a clip of you literally saying what she's saying.
Perverts. Now, these guys thrive on the blood sport. They have this, like, you know, sanctity of the debate where they genuinely believe that truth is the only way to arrive at, like, the truths is through, you know, testing your intellectual mettle. The
description of the video calls you outlaw. What are you talking about? No, I know. I know that she's calling me out in particular, which I find to be interesting because I have said these exact same things. I've said these exact same things that she has said, literally about debating. And not only about debating, but also specifically about like undermining Pan-African nationalism or undermining like black and brown people that don't immediately subscribe to whatever the broader leftist idealistic notions are. You know what I mean? I even talk about that. The reason why I sound different there is because I have the reason why I sound different there is because I had COVID back then when I said that. But I've said it so many times. That example wasn't even that old though. There's shit from 3 years ago. Yeah, I've been saying this for many years.
When you are living the life that theory is based off of. Any true leftist with a love for people and a sense of empathy would understand that. But that's not what these white male leftists were. Truthfully, they're not that different from their white male conservative counterparts, just another side of the same coin. Their sense of elitism was just academic and came from their knowledge of theories rather than propaganda, but it gave rise to the same idea of political dominance.
I think the part of the thing that's funny is though, like, none of those people are academic, like including myself. Like if she was to, I guess like if she were to call out like Vosh or Destiny or whatever the fuck, like that wouldn't get as much traction. So she just like chose me instead. Or maybe she knows that I agree with her and that's why she added me and said like, oh yeah, Hasan Piker, please stand up. But none of those guys, not Hasan Piker being the first person when I thought of when I saw OG's vid. Hasan is in a debate, bro. Wait, what? Hasan's just a bigger target. I think even the op knows Hasan's not that bad. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm not academic at all, for the record. Las Canarias, thank you for the 20 gift subs. Yeah, it seems like this person is in agreement with me, and it's probably, I'm going to be charitable and say it's probably just a little bit of confusion. You know what I mean?
And the same lack of empathy and love for people.
When your leftism does
you refused to debate me when I said you shouldn't fuck my mom. So yeah, I agree with everything, pretty much everything she said. Now that is not as broad reaching as like everyone with a standpoint, like a personal standpoint, like every black woman automatically is correct, even if they're Candace Owens. You know what I mean? Like I'm not of that mindset. There's obviously limitations to that standpoint epistemology. Is that what you were saying? But having said that, I do agree with the energy and most of what she said.
Marketplace of ideas, yada, 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 yada. I don't believe any of that shit. I think debates are for, debates are pseudo-intellectual wrestling. It can be educational, it can be productive, but most of the time it's for content. I've been very open about what I use debates for. I will debate clouded people. Okay. I will debate people that I think will be good content. I won't debate people that I think will have a psychotic fan base who will then, clip shit out of context in perpetuity and try to misrepresent my positions forever in the most pathological way possible because, it's horrible and gross and really weird. So, overweight Kanye, I've never seen you win a debate, lol. So, like, that's the type of people, right? For the most part, debates, and I've talked about this a million times over, but for the most part, I think you have 40% of the debate watchers that are on your side that will firmly stay on your side and think you won the debate, and then the other side has their 40% of people that think that their side won the debate, and then there's 20% in the middle that could go either way. But the people that could go either way will usually only sway from one way or the other by judging not whose arguments were more sound, but rather who was more rhetorically able to overpower their opponent, who was able to effectively rationalize logical fallacies. That's how you win debates for the most part. I'm sorry, especially on the internet. It's not about like the actual. It's not about like the actual fucking sanctity of the argument. There's no like points. It's not like
You look like his dad now, my friend. This is from 2 months ago. I think what you're failing to recognize is I just shaved, so I looked younger, which is what I say all the time. And then you guys literally are like, no, that's not true. And then I do shave, and then you turn around and you go, oh, wow, you look so different now. And then when I grow the beard again, you go, wow, you looked so different when you were shaved.
debate club. And
We do this pretty much every fucking 4 months when I decide to shave.
debates work like cancellations. You only lose if you admit it. Yeah. One of the greatest examples of like how debates look to specific audiences is the Christian Walker concept, which wasn't even supposed to be a debate. And then like his opinions started coming out, leaking out in that conversation that we had. And then I started effectively putting down his talking points. And yet there are entire communities on the internet who are, who make their living off of debating themselves, basically said that Christian Walker, despite making zero good arguments or cohesive points and consistently conceding throughout that entire conversation, owned me. Now, I think that you only think that.
Notice how the TikTok lady didn't say debate lore. She said white is standpoint epistemology. You were trying to be charitable to improve her take, which is nice, but which she isn't calling out behavior. She called out your race, shaking my head. I don't really care about that. I just like, yeah, okay. Well, who cares? You know what I mean? You need to stop being so fucking you need to stop focusing on that sort of stuff. It's stupid as fuck. Okay? Anyway. I should call you the C word and another TikTok. That's funny. I mean, I am. Not according to Twitch, but I am. I'm just going to say, yeah, well, that's. Wrong video? No, this is the right video, Chad. It's the beginning of the video. Shut up.
Love for people. It shows.
This reminds me a few years ago of how
Yeah, it's the right video. Shut the fuck up, chat. Hi, I agree with almost everything you said. Maybe there was. But. But I agree with the point that debate lords create a toxic space. There you go.
How white male leftists on TikTok would come on here to debate with white male conservatives. And though so many of us praised
fucked it
their
up.
content, I
I
think
said
they're actually
debate
a
lords.
perfect example of what this creator's talking
Fuck!
about. If you look closely at the origins of their perspective and the vibe of their community, it ironically mimics the alt-right pipeline. For so many white male conservatives, they're
Here's the other side of it, by the way. Here's the other side of it, by the way. Here's the other side of it. The other thing I will say is debate lords can occupy an important role because there are a lot of people that value that kind of toxic blood sport shit. So if you use that as an entry point into leftist stuff and that's your entry point into your leftist journey, then I have no problem with that. You just have to also personally recognize that, like, you know, it's not the end all be all. And if your perspective is just like motivated by blood sport and who dominates in blood sport, and that's the end all be all, then you're not going to be a real leftist. Debating about debate lords, what's the difference? Yeah, you're right. Hasan, I think she's celebrating you, not criticizing you. Please stand up and, as in, thank you, take the applause. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe as well, because I do agree with that. But I think a lot of people thought that it was me that Hasan doesn't debate any longer because he learned it does not. He's evolved and has empathy for all. He literally debated Andrew Tate last week. I should have said he consistently debates, and the debates don't bring about real change. I agree with everything minus the Hasan comment, but this is on point. Crazy how people thought of Hasan, but legitimately there's actual left debate bros who are much worse. I disagree with Hasan on lots, but I know he's legit. Yeah, this is like
to the alt-right
most of the people, even without me like looking at this video, was already saying like, I'm a leftist who I've never picked up Marx in my life. I'll probably will eventually, but leftism is from living. But my leftism is from living, not reading. That's good. That's not a bad thing. Like, there's plenty of positive comments in here. I still think Hasan is important in the sense that people like my brother or others would have fallen down the alt-right pipeline if it wasn't for him. Yeah, I don't really know about the solution, to be honest, but they won't listen to any marginalized communities to educate them. Wait, what? Anyway, why is it that a lot of conservatives IRL are more reasonable than online? Everyone is more reasonable in real life than they are online. What do you mean? The theory was written based on experiences of the oppressed, not the other way around. Hasan doesn't like debates either. Actually, he calls it pseudo-intellectual sparring. I don't think, and doesn't think they actually change anyone's minds. Why did he debate Andrew Tate? He's an entertainer. His main goal is to keep people watching, not solidarity to a movement. Yeah, that's just like people that respond like this are just angry. That's it. They're angry at the world. They want you to learn about issues in the BIPOC communities from Candace Owens. No, I don't even think that that's what. I don't even think she would agree with that. I think this person wasn't like. If you watch this on podcast these days, he says he doesn't like debate anymore for these reasons. Didn't he just recently debate someone? Yeah. It's true. The 30 black chatters have been begging for Durag Tuesdays and 90 Day Fiance. Okay, nice bathroom. I'm convinced debating is just another stepping stone for white supremacists. Like, don't fight Greece with fire. Wait, what? Isn't there a difference between debating someone and making fun of them to their face? That too. I gotta be honest, if I was making a hit job content on TikTok and you responded in this charitable of a way, it'd make me so angry because now you're agreeing with my point, but not with my unfounded criticism of you. I don't even think this, dude, this take is so like in line with my worldview and what I believe in that I don't even think that that person was calling me out. The OG TikTok stars were talking about white male leftist TikTokers. I don't think this was ever meant to attack you. Yeah. Literally, I am so pissed that you're so charitable with her. Why? Why shouldn't I? Especially because, like, I think that person is not. There are some people out there who are nefariously trying to fucking clout shark and trying to dagger me. You know what I mean? But this person doesn't seem like one of them. I think she's either A, misguided and thinks I am in that same category, or B, literally agrees with me and was saying maybe like stand up as in like, you know, I like that you also agree with this perspective. Y'all are just racists, lol. Wait, what? Why? Las Canarias, thank you for the 13 gifted subs. The creator like comments that were shit talking you. Oh, maybe, I mean, who cares? Who cares? Then they're probably misguided. Either one debate with Andrew Tate because Tate's getting huge and no significant. And Andrew Tate wasn't one debate. It happened with the stream with 6 other creators, and Tate happened to be there when they invited us on. Yeah. How is your chat more hostile to you than random TikTok comments? Because I don't know, because this community thrives on getting my attention, and getting my attention in the best way is just to be hostile to me. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why she said this, but yeah, maybe I don't know why she said that either she loves me or she doesn't know she loves me. That's not what I'm saying at all.